back with North Tech again, and in this installment I just want to talk about a tool that has been very helpful in the tile installation area, especially with the advent of tiles getting larger and larger. So this tool, it's a very simple tool. I mean, glass installers have been using this stuff for a long time, and all it is basically a suction cup. And what this does, or what it helps you with as an installer, is when you install the tile, you're usually always putting a tile next to another tile, plus a joint, a grout joint. And what happens when you're using your fingers, you always end up either getting mortar on your fingers and whatnot, and that goes on the tile, and then you gotta wipe things clean and everything else. And also the bigger tiles are more awkward to handle, they're heavy. So, you could hurt yourself. So how can you help make the job a little bit easier? And what we like to recommend is a suction cup. And these suction cups, this one here is a pump format. It's a more expensive suction cup. It works really well. In a lot of cases, you don't need this type of suction cup. You can use a different one, which is less expensive. I'm gonna demo this one because this is what we like to use. And it's very simple. What you wanna do is make sure, first of all, that the tile doesn't have dust all over it and whatnot, because that will prevent the suction cup from bonding. And once you're sure of that, you can just give it a quick wipe. What you do is, this one here works as a pump, and you basically squeeze the pump until the pump is all the way in, and then you can pick up the tile. Now, if the tile is sitting for a few minutes, you want to always, while the suction cup is on it, you always want to make sure that pump is fully engaged. And then to release the tile, once you've put it down, you have a button to release the pressure. And what will happen is the suction cup comes off. Now I'm going to show you how this makes life easier. So with a little demo, bigger tiles, one thing that needs to be done that I talk about all the time, and a lot of people don't do this, and you want to make sure you do this because it's very, very important to prevent tile failure. So here's your suction cup. I'm putting it on the tile. This is a 24 by 24. And what you do is you can pick it up now, right? You can move it around quite easily. I'm using one hand, okay? But before you install it, you've put the suction cup on the back. Now you notice I'm flipping it over and putting it on my mixing bucket. Now you're saying, well, what are you doing that for? Aren't you gonna put it on the floor? Well, the first thing you gotta do is back butter the tile. And the reason why I put the suction cup on there first is so that it's on there. So now you back butter the tile with your mortar, your thin set. And then you can pick this up, you can get your hand under it, and now you're ready to install it. Your mortar's already spread on the floor, and you can easily place the tile. Now what happens is this also gives you better control so that you don't chip the next tile that you've already put in. Okay, because sometimes you can tap a towel and it can chip, right? So you can drop this thing down now nice and easy, and then you can press it into place, release your suction cup, and away you go. Now we do this with clips and wedges all the time to keep things nice and flat, and this tool is, we can't live without it. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your next tile install. And that's it for this installment.